Okay, everybody, let's play some Ad Nauseam in Modern League mashup time. Same deck as before. Let's hope to not get all the terrible matchups tonight. Yesterday and earlier in the day today, it was just Infect, Suicide, Infect. You know, nothing but just really bad matches. So we'll hope for not that. See how long it takes to get in the queue here. They were firing pretty quick last night, which is good. But it is a weeknight, so we will see how it goes. No changes to the deck list, but if you haven't looked at it, you can go ahead and pull it up. 4 Angel's Grace, 4 Phyrexian on Life, 4 Ad Nauseam. There's the draw the deck combo. Once the deck is drawn, Simian Spirit Guides to cast our Lightning Storm to win the game, or Labman is our alternate win con. 3 Spoils of the Vault to help us find the combo. 3 Pact of Negations to keep the combo safe once it's executed. 8 Cantrips to also help find the combo. Serum Vision's Sleight of Hand. And then 4 Lotus Blooms. 4 Pentad Prisms. 4 Darksook Shores. 4 Seachrome Coast. 4 Gemstone Mine. A single Dreadship Reef. 2 Basic Plains. And then 5 Temples, 3 blue black and 3 blue white. And we have our first match. Let's go. We will play first. Let me resize this a bit. There. And this hand, what do we want to do? We have fast mana, half the combo, and protection, so I guess we keep it despite the fact that we have no scry effects or cantrips. But we do have the potential for the turn 3 kill. If we draw an Ad Nauseam, we can execute the turn 3 kill. Looks like we are up against Living End. I think. Could also be Suicide Zoo. No, this is Suicide Zoo. Gosh, I've just been running into this deck left and right. It's like the only thing I've been facing lately. This is not a favorable matchup, unfortunately for us. Yeah, I don't know if this deck has just seen a lot more play or if I'm just running into it. Living End would have been a much better matchup. We race Living End pretty quick and they have minimal interaction with us. This deck we don't race very well. They establish a lot of turn 3 kills, which decks that can kill us on turn 3 are terrible matches because we goldfish on turn 4 pretty consistently. So how much do we take here? More than we'd want. Next turn is going to be the big turn, though. I mean, this deck could very easily do 17 damage to us next turn. But if we just draw an Ad Nauseam, we can win right now. Hey! All right. Turn 3 kill. I might actually feel bad about that if this was a different deck we were up against, but this deck turn 3 kills all the time. And mana number 6, Angel's Grace. Ad Nauseam, and we're off to the races. So luck was certainly on our side that match. And I don't think they would have killed us next turn because we could have packed a negation, but then we would have had to either waste all of our mana or burn our Angel's Grace to pay for the pact. And unless we would have drawn that, I would have probably used the Angel's Grace and just hoped to draw an ad nauseam and get lucky. But fortunately, none of that had to happen. Elusive turn 3 kill. Maybe, I don't know, 5% of the time. Maybe that happens. My opponent says, well played. Total luck. I'll tell him total luck. It's not really well played to draw into exactly what you need. Thank you for the follow, Chasen99. What is my opponent doing? He is waiting. Okay. No. And 13 damage to the face. We're going to play this game. Okay, opponent. My opinion, they're just hoping you make a misclick because they've viewed your deck. They know even if the last 3 cards in his hand are all lands, I have well more than that many lands. So, bingo. All right, sideboarding time. All 3 Ethereal Haze, for sure. We'll go down a couple of Pact Negations and a Pentad Prism. Do we want a single Echoing Truth? Not yet. If game 2 we see something that really needs Echoing Truth, we'll bring it in. Downside of this matchup is oftentimes they do play Thoughtseize, but not enough of them to warrant Leyline of Sanctity. Because if we bring in 3 Ethereal Haze and 4 Leyline of Sanctity, we're diluting our deck too much. You don't want to board a lot in ad nauseam. That's a mistake some people make, is trying to overboard. You really don't want to put a lot of cards in. The only match I board in a ton of cards is the Infect match, because it's so terrible. You have to dilute your combo and just hope to get lucky. So hopefully we start this one off with a win. And I'm not exactly sure these Suicide Zoo decks, this hand would have allowed us to live forever, but no mana, so 2 no mana hands in a row. And we'll keep this. 2 Pentad Prisms. I mean, we will need the land, so we actually will draw into that. That's fine. So now we just need to find the combo. Double Street Wraith for our opponent. Yeah, having to mold a 5 on the no-lander into a no-lander is just bad. We're just not gonna... Nothing we can do there. Our opponent kept somewhat of an unknown hand because he had the cycle cards, so maybe he cycled into nothing good. He Thoughtseize is here, we got him. There's nothing good to take. It's all redundant. All right, so we'll sleight of hand here. I don't think we can take the Lotus Bloom at this point, even though it's mana when we want it. We should be hopefully okay with the mana. If he does happen to board in Stony Silence, then both Pentad Prism and Lotus Bloom are, you know, just gonna wreck us. We don't beat a Stony Silence this game. Though we will bring in a single or maybe two Echoing Truths if we see that out of our opponent, because the only way we beat this deck is to win quickly, and the only way we win quickly is with Artifact mana. All right, so it looks like we're going to take at least two from the Lynx. So you just kind of pound in and then Stony Silence and ruin our dreams. Or is he gonna? All right. Cat, which is only a 2/2 at the moment, so there's something. And that's the guy we're worried about. His is all foil. Well, it's not all foil, but he's got a lot of foils. I don't understand foils on Magic Online. Jeez, not what we wanted. Okay. Sleight of hand into combo piece. All right, that's good. We'll take that. Like to play that next turn, and we will. So we'll have to bottom these, and then we're not. I hope we don't die this turn, but with his deck, it's not impossible that we're dead here. See, we're gonna take a lot of damage because he's gonna deal 4 with the Lynx. I'm sure Nacatl will go up to 3. So that's 7. Death Shadow will go up by at least 3. So that's 12 minimum. And then with 1 pump spell, he's got us. So we could very well be dead. Especially if his pump spell is mutagenic growth, because it actually, you know, adds 2 from the spell and then another 2 from the lost life. So hopefully this is it, and he goes for the kill next turn because we'll have the Unlife out. Temur Battle Rage is bad here as well. Yep. But right now, we actually squeak by. This is actually good. And the fact that he wasted his double strike is going to be relevant. As long as nothing double strikes us next turn, we'll get another turn. Gemstone Mine is not what we needed to see, though. So yeah, we're going to get this out there, but I don't think it's going to save us. I mean, it'll save us a turn. But once we're in the negatives, Angel's Grace is no longer helpful. We need to actually draw an Ethereal Haze next turn. It's really our only out at this point. And then that needs to be followed by another an Ad Nauseam. So he's got Temur Battle Rage, we're dead. Or Lightning Bolt. All right, so we live. Like I said, if we draw anything besides Ethereal Haze, we do not win. Yeah, he's got more than enough damage. Do we get lucky? Nope. Spirit Guide can block, but it won't make a difference because he's, you know, I can block any of his creatures and we're still dead. So we'll give him this one and then we'll try and pick up game 3. We are a lot better off on the play, and we're also a lot better off when we don't have to mulligan. Oh, he forgot to attack. Opponent, you didn't attack me. It's not going to make a difference. All right, I don't think we want to change anything. I think we just want to be on the play and we want to not mulligan twice. I think that's what we want. We really need to start with a turn 4 kill. So we do have to, unfortunately, aggressively mulligan. If we don't have a turn 4 kill, well, it depends. So if we have Phyrexian Unlifes and Ethereal Hazes, we can maybe sweat it to turn 5, but this hand is so close, but it's just we can't keep this. If we knew what we were drawing. All right, this hand is fair. A Lotus Bloom would make this hand amazing. We will keep the Phyrexian Unlife on top. And we actually won't use our sleight of hand yet. We'll save it for next turn. So that way we can sleight of hand and then scry. So Phyrexian Unlife keeps us alive a little extra in combination with the Angel's Grace. That basically buys us sometimes 2 extra turns. And it also means when that's on the table, we only need to go off with Ad Nauseam. So it's 5 mana, so that pushes us forward a turn. So right now we're slated for a turn 5 kill if things go right, and we should have the pieces we need to get to turn 5. This is all in theory till our opponent does literally anything to disrupt us, and then it all goes through the roof. Well, that's a slow start for him, so that's helpful at least. We did not want to scry first. Ugh. We did not want to do that. Well, I don't think we want to Spoils of the Vault, so that actually works out being okay. The problem with scrying first there is if we want the card, then Sleight of Hand is kind of shitty because you're going to see 2 cards and you already know that you want one of them. You want to do it the other way. Oh, this is a toughie. I think we're going to take the Bloom because I think with his slow start, we can hopefully live to see it happen. I don't know. I don't know how right that was. Sometimes this deck misses land drops, and I'm guessing that's why, or not. But if he's going to do, maybe all of his creatures are Death Shadows, and so he needs to do a lot of damage to himself. We did not need that. All right, now if this Unlife gets Nature's Claimed or whatever artifact removal or enchantment removal he's playing, I doubt it's Nature's Claim, it's the other one, Return to Nature or whatever, because he doesn't want to give us life. But we're 2 turns away from winning, providing our opponent doesn't do anything terrible. Did he keep a creatureless hand? I'm just not sure why he hasn't done anything. TD representing Abrupt Decay. I don't know what's going on here. What he may not know is that we're not relying on this Unlife. This Unlife is there, but well, we'll run this out. Doesn't do anything. So what beats us now is Hand Disruption or Stony Silence. Otherwise, if we get a turn, we should be fine. Now, is he going to play 3 Death Shadows? If he plays a bunch of creatures, that's what we want to see. I would love to see 2 Death Shadows and a Cattle. That would be great. Any combination of creatures are fine. Even what's he got? Death Shadow followed by second Death Shadow. We'll take it. And then he may have something to kill our Unlife, but that's fine because we'll just Angel's Grace in response to it. So, pretty sure we're there. He didn't even have anything to kill our Unlife. Unless he's going to try and do it after combo, which would be a huge mistake on his part, because that way, if we didn't already have the Angel's Grace, we absolutely will have it after we combo. So I'm guessing he just didn't have anything. He must have kept a really weird hand. I would love to know the other 6 cards back there. Oh, did he keep all lands in his hand? No, he couldn't have done that. He wouldn't have had that many lands. His deck doesn't play enough to have 6 lands. Even if he had 6 lands, we still win because he's at 11 life. Sandbagging lands is like the worst strategy against Ad Nauseam. People try and do it all the time, and it just doesn't work. It's like not a good way to try and beat us. 11. Boom. All right, starting off on the right foot. All right. Suicide Zoo down. Feels good to get to add that to the win column. And that's how we boarded. Yep. Sometimes I write in how I boarded. I've written it in enough times for most decks that I know how I board for whatever it is we're playing. Paired already. But yeah, I like to keep track because I play different versions of Ad Nauseam, so I feel like you can't play something 5 or 6 times, then try and compare it to something else. You really have to put it through the paces. Where does this hand go? Unknown opponent. We are on the draw. Scryland, fast mana, pseudo combo, plus on life. We'll try it. This is about as marginal a hand there is. Is this another kill my life total deck? This will represent like the 8th one I've played today. I mean, we did just beat it, but it is not a good matchup. I'm really getting very tired of playing it. I mean, it could be Infect too, which is just as bad. All right, Delver. All right. This isn't a spectacular matchup for us either, but we'll take it because it's something different. Yeah, we need the lands. How fast Delver flips is going to be a big deal. All right, we were able to sweat 1. That, and if they let us have our Unlife, I feel like it will get remanded or mana leaked. We're not going to do much here other than Scry again. This represents the 5th land that we'd need to win with Unlife with Pact backup. I mean, this is so slow. Yeah, no, I should have bottomed that. If that was a non-come into play tapped land, there would have been a better argument for it, but in retrospect, I think bottoming was the choice. We have gotten double lucky on the Delver. It would be nice if our opponent would tap out here, but it looks like they're not going to do that. We have to try and run out the Unlife either way. So we're either going to burn a counter spell on their part, which is fine, or we're going to get it. So, I mean, this is probably just, we're sacrificing this to know they have one less counter spell. He may let us have it too. Some people, when they play ad nauseam, just, okay, remand. That's okay, because that's kind of on plan with what we're going to do. This needs to be a longer game for us, so we'll just play another land and try and play it again. And maybe we'll just really live the Delver dream. Nope. Now he's got a real clock, and I'm sure he's going to do other things, like Blood Moon. Well, yeah, we got no choice. We can't have that. With the right hand, we can beat a Blood Moon kind of easily, but we don't have that hand. We had Artifact mana. Fortunately, this actually might not be the worst thing in the world. Nope. Yeah, we got to get this Unlife down. And while this does set us back, that was our opportunity. That buys us time. We have 5th land in hand. It'll take 6 lands to win with spoils, and then we already exiled the Simian Spirit Guide, so that makes spoils a dangerous plan. And then I'm assuming with 5 cards, he's got counter magic, so we're not in a great spot, but we can draw enough decent cards. We can squeak this out. Unfortunately, there's only 2 Pact of Negations left in our deck. That's what's going to make this tough. Trying multiple ad nauseams is good, though, because we can try and do it on his end step. Well, I mean, we'll run this out. I don't think he's got any enchantment, anything in his deck, but we'll put it on the table. So starting next turn, no, the turn after, we can potentially win with spoils if our opponent is foolish and taps out for something. Though the way they've been playing thus far, I do not expect that. But you never know. Okay. So now we can potentially win. So if our opponent taps out, we have a choice to make. We'll probably go for it. But I, again, do not see them tapping out. I'm guessing they have counter magic, and they're just going to draw go us until Delver very slowly takes care of us. They'll, like, if they get another land out here, they'll probably start to bolt us. So they're not hitting land drops, which means they're hitting things. So yeah, we'll play this mine. The more land we have out, the more we can spoil away and still be able to win. But that's not what we're worried about. What we're worried about are counter spells. And he's just doing nothing. He's literally attacking with Delver and passing. And now he's discarding. Yeah, Dismember's a pretty dead card. And we'll play the Reef, but we're not going to play any more lands after this, because we do need enough lands to kill him. We have 8 out there right now, which means we have 12 left in the deck. But at 16 life, that's not really the issue, unless he's really sandbagging like a handful of lands. If he is, I mean, We're at 0. Now he may try and Cryptic Command, in which case we'll try and win. Or no, he won't Cryptic Command because we have 2. And he discarded Vapor Snag, another dead card. Sure would have been nice to draw another Ad Nauseam. That's what we really want, to try and Ad Nauseam on his turn, and then to try and spoils Ad Nauseam on our turn. But we can take a few more hits from this Delver. But eventually, too, he may be able to just bolt and leave up a counter spell. Yeah, he's definitely holding up counter magic if he didn't play the other Delver. I said we weren't going to play any more lands, but we're going to play one more land because it scries. Lightning Storm is very bad, but that is actually somewhat good. We know that we're not going to spoil away our win condition because now it's on the bottom of our deck, but that's not our issue right now. Our issue is actually getting to play it. So we can pay for a lot of mana leaks, but I'm guessing he's got more than just mana leak. And moving to discard another Delver. Angel's Grace does actual nothing right now. So Delver hits us, and then we're dead to a bolt. Otherwise, we'll get to see one card. I'm guessing he just has double counter spell, and he's gonna just pass the turn. Yep. Lotus Bloom. All right, we drew extraordinarily poorly. We saw almost 20 cards plus, well, we didn't really, yeah, we did a couple of scries along the way. Couldn't find what we needed, so yeah, I can spoils, but he's gonna. Oh, I'm gonna probably stream this until the league is done. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna try and spoils, but he's got counter magic is the problem. I wonder if he'll counter the spoils. He should just counter the Ad Nauseam is probably the better move, but he might just. And we spoiled away 10 cards. Yeah, you got to try, absolutely. Player. Oh, we can get out of that. Yeah, he has to let the Angel's Grace resolve before he can do anything else. Yeah, Burst Lightning hits us, so we're dead as soon as state-based actions are checked at end of turn. But if Ad Nauseam resolves, which it might, you've got to be kidding me. I hope we didn't play too many lands. We may have played too many lands. In which case, I'll be very, very sad. Oh, you need to play one more land. Got us, opponent. So close. Dang. Dang, he had bad counter magic. But I should have played one more land. I mean, I really didn't foresee it going down that way, but too bad. Nothing we can do. So if we played that gemstone mine, we spoiled away one land and two. We did also spoil away two Simian Spirit Guides, so we needed another land in addition to that. So yeah, we weren't. See, post board, he's going to put in Dispel and Negate. So we'll bring in the other pact. We'll bring in the Silence. And maybe a single Echoing Truth. I think we go down one. Well, no, he's on Blood Moon, so we really want these prisms. We go down to Lotus Bloom because he's on Remand. Yeah, we'll have to ditch an Unlife. And we need both Echoing Truths because of Blood Moon. So we're still going to have to go down to Prism. And then... Going down two Lotus Blooms feels bad. We'll go down one Spoils. Try it like this. Yeah, Delver, also not a great matchup. Any decks that can counter our stuff and establish a clock are tough. Like, a straight control matchup is very easy for us because they just can't kill us quick enough. And in a battle of draw go, we will ultimately win that, usually because our counter spells are free and theirs aren't. But Delver is very different, so they're going to have just enough counter magic to make it tough for us to go off. We'll kind of need the Pact of Negation, and Blood Moon is bad, and that he's also got a clock. So turn one Delver, especially if it flips turn two, that's a pretty quick clock. But I'm guessing however many do people sideboard against red, white, blue. So for red, white, blue, I would side in Silence, the fourth Pact of Negation, probably two Echoing Truths, probably very similar to how I sideboarded here. Oh yeah, Eldrazi Taxes can wreck ad nauseam in like 6 different ways. Oh, we're gonna keep this. We literally need to draw one land, and I think we're okay. If we draw land next turn, I'll feel decent. Yeah, Thalia's pretty tough because it makes our 6 mana combo an 8 mana combo. So Ancestral Visions is fine. Ideally, we should be winning the game before that goes off. Land? No. All right, really need to find a land next turn, or that destroys our whole plan. Now he sees the ridiculousness that is our hand. But yeah, red, white, blue is a good matchup for us. Nahiri made it a little better for them because that's actually a clock. Their problem was that they didn't have any kind of a clock. The problem with Nahiri is most of them tap out on turn 4 for Nahiri, and then we just win. So, and if they wait till turn 6 to tap out with Nahiri and counter magic, hopefully we have assembled some kind of way to get around that. All right, that's what we needed. Now our opponent knows that they can't tap out this turn, or they should know. Well, that's fine. Well, no, we would need a land for Lotus Bloom to work. But Okay, they had another land. All right, it's less of a terrible move. I was going to say that that's a pretty fast and loose on our opponent's part. I would still like to draw the land because there's the possibility that they try and fetch in our end step out of habit. And if they do that, then we just win. Nope. They'll fetch now. Goldfishing Storm. That's the way to do it. All right, so is he just going to dispel our Lotus Bloom? That'd be a blowout. All right, so we got the Bloom. Silence is not a bad card, but it doesn't do anything for us without land. And then if he has additional artifact hate, then we're in a world of hurt. So he gets that Visions next turn. He's got 4 lands. Yeah, I'm not really liking where this is going now. I was feeling okay at first, but see if what we want to do is have the land to silence and then try and combo, but we're a ways off from that. Not at all what we want. So slow. And now he's going to draw 3 cards plus a 4th for turn. So yeah, we wanted this match to be over right now. Oh, we can do. So do we silence him on his upkeep? Makes it so he can't play his Ancestral Vision? I think so. So then that makes him waste a counter spell if he wants to do it. I mean, yeah, we're going to do it. So he'll have to counter this. No, he'll just let it happen. Yeah, this opponent knows how to play against Ad Nauseam. A lot of people would have gotten greedy, but he's taking his time, which is the correct way to do it. He can't cast spells, so I'm not sure why he's tapping land. Yeah, okay. Ugh. So bad. We might actually live to see this second Lotus Bloom because of the amount of Angel's Graces we have. So he'll knock us down to 1 here. And then let's see what he does. Bolt. Make us use 1. All right, he wants to see the hand. Can't stop that. I mean, so now he knows exactly where he's at. Adnaz versus Affinity. Well then, Sudden Shock. Can't play my Angel's Grace. Did not see Sudden Shock coming. Not a usual card. That's probably in there for Infect, but it does work against us. All right, 1-1. Let's fire it up. But anyways, yeah, Adnaz versus Affinity. This version is a coin flip because 3 Ethereal Hazes do a lot of work against them. They don't disrupt your hand, so they have to. Well, they kind of do. It depends. Like, Affinity sideboards are weird. Like, some of them have a couple of Thought Seizes, others have a couple of counter spells, but usually they just have to beat you before you can beat them. So the coin flip has a lot to do with it, because both decks can sometimes kill on turn 3 and reliably kill on turn 4 without interaction. We don't have any, like, I mean, Ethereal Haze is that's your card, because that buys you the extra turn to hopefully win, and we play 3 of them. So yeah, if you have 2 counters and 2 Thought Seeds with your list, plus a Chalice, that's a lot of hate. That would make it tougher. Chalice is brutal. Another no-lander. This isn't great, but we don't have a choice here. We gotta try this. Hopefully we gotta bottom that Serum Visions, unfortunately. We need land. Our opponent also Mold 6 bottomed. As much as I love having a good Pact of Negation, we just have to have the land. So, I mean, theoretically, we should see one. Burn. All right. This is a decent matchup, but we have a bad hand against it. All right, that's what we needed. So let's use our cantrips here. Unlife is a huge find for us. We don't really want those cards, because we're gonna have plenty of land wool with the Spirit Guide plus the 2 Pented Prisms. Okay, that's good. I was gonna say Eidolon would be kind of bad for us, but we can withstand a Boros Charm. We need to not get. Okay, now we're gonna. Yeah, we'll just unlife here. That should buy us some time. And we need to find an ad nauseam. Turn 0 Chalice on 1 will do it. Infect is pretty well screwed to that. All right, we are just drawing great cards. All right, so how much damage does our opponent do here? So he's 3 from the Rift Bolt and at least 2 from the Swift Spear, and I imagine something else, right? All right, so we'll be at 0, and we'll know what we're drawing. Ad nauseam. Another Pentad Prism. We've seen 2 Lotus Blooms, 2 Pentad Prisms. Yeah, Lava Spike. I don't know why he didn't do that. It wouldn't have mattered to bump his Swift Spear up another. And another Lightning Bolt. That one, we're at 6, so we're going to hard cast the Spirit Guide to block, so we're not for sure dead. We'll draw this worthless Prism. I guess playing that Prism was completely unnecessary, but it doesn't matter. So we need him to both draw a blank and us draw an ad nauseam. But if he draws any burn spell, we're dead. And we're getting spoils next turn, so that does leave us a path to victory if we aren't just dead. So does he have a burn spell? He does not. All right, so we have a chance here. Let's hope for the best. Oh, we really lost a lot of cards there. I think we're okay though. So no Lightning Storm. We lost one Simian Spirit Guide, and we played one Simian Spirit Guide. So we'll need. Do we have enough lands though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which means we have 8 lands. I'm guessing his card is a land. So we need 6 lands to be lethal, and that leaves us with 2 left. I think we're okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we don't have as many lands as I thought. Oh, so we gemstone mines there. All right, so instead, we're still going to win. We're just going to win this way. So empty library, laboratory maniac, serum visions, GG. That's a fun way to win. All right, so for burn, he was fairly spell heavy. If they play Cattle, sometimes I go with the Ethereal Haze instead of the Ley Line, but he did not. So for this matchup, we'll ditch 2 Prisms and 2 Pact Negations. I keep 1 Pact in case our opponent tries to Deflecting Palm us. So this matchup is like, it really depends. If we find an Unlife, that's really good for us. If they find an Eidolon, that's really good for them. So it's kind of like us finding Unlife versus them finding Eidolon. So fast hand, cantrips, no combo, but we'll keep. Because it's fast, and he mulliganed, which is good for us. Leyline would have been sweet, but Leyline's not an auto win like it once was. I mean, they've got cards to blow it up. Atarka's Command gets around it. All his creatures get around it. He mulled to 5 and bottomed. So that's helpful. There are worse starts than Lava Man Go. I still want to start off with the Sleight of Hand. We don't want either of those. I guess we'll get the Scryer. Send off the Bloom and pass the turn. So next turn we'll use one of our Scry lands and Serum Visions. Unless he plays an Eidolon, in which case we won't Serum Visions unless we have to. Eidolon kind of sucks. Too little too late, Leyline. Do we take 2? I think we have to this one time. We really don't want other cantrips. We want combo pieces. All right, so we can't go top because that's just we're not gonna win that way. And we will not play the second Lotus Bloom because we can end up killing ourselves with it to an Eidolon trigger because he looks like he's not pretty spell heavy. Second Eidolon would just be gross. All right, Rift Bolt's fine. He's going to Lava Man us, which is okay. And he's going to get in for 2. And we are going to have to pay 2 life to the Lotus Bloom. We are an Angel's Grace away from winning, but we have to find it. So he's going to get to hit us with Lava Man again. Ooh, Bump of the Night. And Lava Man and Eidolon. And then our Bloom comes in, and that's another Eidolon trigger. So we kind of need our Angel's Grace next turn. Phyrexian on life. We're possibly okay. So he's not in green, which means we don't have to worry about Atarka's Command or Destructive Revelry. All right, so we're going to go down to 1 on the Bloom, so we can't win because we can't cast an Angel's Grace even if we have it. So that's that. All right, let's go to game 3. Leyline is going to be a lot better against this version of Burn because it's splashing black for 4 Bump in the Night. So let's just draw a Leyline in our opener. That's a good opener. We'll keep that. Opponent is mulliganing and mulliganing again. He's down to 5 cards again. He's just searching for 4 cards. He's mulled to 4. He's kept his hand. He's topped, and we've leylined. So sometimes they concede to that. I've seen it. He would be foolish to concede, though. All right, so we need to. Yeah, we'll take that spoils because it represents an ad nauseam. We'll have mana. He's got creatures. That's, some kind of, he'll have a clock, like a legitimate one. We'll take that Serum Visions for sure. Hopefully no Eidolon here. Hopefully no Eidolon here. He got us again. All right, I'm feeling less good. He mulled to 4, and I'm worried. Yuck. All right, we're gonna bottom that. Do we have to? Yeah, we do have to play the Pentad Prism here. He's not gonna deal 14 damage to us this turn. If he does, I'll be sad. He had the right hand for a Multa 4 versus a Leyline, I'll tell you that much. Wow. To keep our life total above 2, or then we've just lost. So how much damage are we going to take here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. Okay, so we're going to be okay. Gave us a land. All right, so now we're just going to try and get as deep as we can until we have to spoils and hope we don't spoil away our chances at victory. Spoils is going to be another 2 damage, so he hopefully does nothing more than what's on board here. Good, we're drawing the ad nauseam. That makes this much, much easier. All right, so now we're just going to win. Yeah, what can he do? Well, he has white, so he could potentially destroy our Phyrexian Unlife, in which case we just die. But what is he playing for enchant? Is he playing Wear and Tear? I mean, that we're dead to a Wear and Tear. We're just going to try it. If he's got a Wear and Tear, then congratulations for him. Though what we will do is play this so we can leave up. Well, we didn't need to. That was basically so we could leave up Spoils of the Vault, which we still can, but we're going to need to have these be black. There. Nauseam, do you have Wear and Tear? No. Okay. All right, got through burn. That was the closest I've ever come to losing when the burn player mulled to 4 and we had a ley line. But he did get the right hand for it. Do like that he lava spiked himself. So we will take 2 poison counters to cast this bad boy, but then we're good because we do keep that 1 pact negation in case he was just holding up Deflecting Palm. All right, got there. Cool. All right, quick bathroom break, and then we will play match number 4. All right, let's do it. Yeah, Leyline's not always great against burn, but against his build, because he's not got the Forest Harkest commands, and in place he's got the 4 Bump in the Night, which is a dead card to the Leyline. And the bigger thing is he has no way to blow up the Leyline without having Destructive Revelry, which also can blow up our Phyrexian Unlife. So the Mardu burn is much better for us to see. It's still a good list against other decks. I like the 4, it's essentially 4 more lava spikes in Bump in the Night. It does have the flashback, but like you don't get the flashback. I think it's 5 or 6 mana or something like that. If you're flashing back that card, I don't know that you're winning. So let's see if we can 4-1 this bad boy. Yeah, I agree that Naya is if you're going to play Burn, Naya Burn's the way to go. I don't know if 4 Wild Nacatls is right or not. That you can make arguments either way, but you definitely want the Naya colors for Destructive Revelry alone. You're better off just playing, I think, red-green than you are Mardu, even if you don't have the white. I mean, white's great, though. Boros Charm's a pretty sweet card. And another card that can get you around Leyline. All right. 2 ad nauseams, an unlife, cantrip. Sure. Another burn deck? Or search for tomorrow's. Okay, Scapeshift. So we don't know if this is Scapeshift or Titan Shift. I feel like Scapeshift is the better matchup for us. Finding that Lotus Bloom was awesome too. So 1, 2, 3. We've got the white source in the gemstone mine, so we'll take the reef, and then we'll bottom the coast. We'll suspend the bloom and pass the turn. So this is, I'm guessing, the Titan Shift version, which it can be pretty fast. But Unlife makes us not just dead to Titan with Valakut triggers. So we want to scry when we have everything we need. We know what they're on. Do we just want to start loading this up? I feel like this doesn't matter much. No, we'll take the scry. We'll take the pact. All right, now it's going to get his land off, search for tomorrow. And I'm sure he's got a land. All right, Cursor is fine. Bolt is fine. Okay, so I think we're okay, even if he does his thing. Yeah, go ahead, bolt us. He's not going to do enough damage. We get our bloom next turn, yes. So I'll pact it anyways. No, because then he can Summoner's Trap. But he's not going to cast. I'm not going to counter a creature spell. I'd be countering through the breach, so we will pact it. He's probably just trying to think of what move he can make that doesn't just kill him. You just make sure, yeah. If a creature spell you cast this turn was countered by a spell and ability, you can do that. Well, Through the Breach is not a creature, so boink. Cursor beats. And then we just let the pact trigger resolve after the bloom trigger. Cast our bloom and win with pact on the stack. kind of cool that you can do that. You're just on the verge of death in this deck all the time. Pact triggers on the stack, you have negative life totals. It's what's fun about Ad Nauseam. You keep your life total at 1 for countless turns with Angel's Graces. It's cool. So this matchup is just a race. Being on the fact that we'll get to be on the play twice, if it comes down to it, is good for us. I think the match against the blue Scapeshift deck might be more in our favor. The blue list can play Bring to Light though, and if they Bring to Light for us slaughter games, then we're wrecked. So this list does not play Bring to Light. So now I gotta think about how I want to sideboard for this. I don't think I've faced this matchup yet. I don't know if I want Leyline of Sanctity or not. All right, 1719. All right. Gotcha, opponent. You gonna spit some lands back at me? He's thinking about it. Nope. Okay. All right, so what do we want here? Ethereal Haze stops the Titan attack, but that's it. Yeah, I agree Leyline's okay, but not great. I don't know that anything else we have is great, though. Because they're really not going to damage us at all beyond Lightning Bolts until the Titan comes down. Titan hits for 6. We probably only need to buy a turn. So, the Echoing Truth to bounce back the Titan and Slaughter Pact. The problem with both of those is he does get his first trigger, but usually the first trigger they have to find the Valkets, and then the second trigger. All right, so we'll go 1 Echoing Truth, 1 Slaughter Pact, down a couple of Prisms. Do I want 4 unlifes in this match? No, I think I only want 3 unlifes, and then we'll ditch 1 Pact, and we'll go with 2 Ley Lines. That's what we'll do. So nothing else seems to be all that pertinent. We'll try it this way. Like I said, being on the play is the best thing we have against this deck. So. Well, I don't know. He molds a 6. This hand isn't very good. If it draws well, we're golden. I don't really want to mulligan. We'll try it. He had to mulligan, so maybe he's slow. He's down to 5. And he kept and topped. All right, we just need something that speeds us up. Temple of Deceit. It's not that something. Lotus Bloom. Yes. Pact. We have to say no because we're not reliably going to be able to cast the Pact. Lotus Bloom's going to come down a turn slow, almost 2 turns slow being on the play. So we just got to hope that his mulligan hand was slowing him way down. And both of our win conditions in hand, which is terrible. I mean, yeah, so he still ramps for sure. Let's see. Bottom that. Did our opponent miss a land drop? Oh, that's huge for us. We need to find our other half of the combo. There's packed anyways. So both the packs were at the top. We'll take that Serum Visions. I mean, the only way we're going to pact here is if not pacting would make us absolutely lose because it would cost us our Lotus Bloom. I'm worried that he's got artifact removal and that our Bloom is going to get destroyed. That's not the worst thing. The life gain is irrelevant. And that does mean our Bloom lives through this turn. We can chump block with the Lab Man if we have to later on. Oh yeah, we don't even get the Bloom till next turn. Who am I kidding? Spoils is fair. Slaughter Pact is too slow at this point. Pented Prism isn't what we need. So we can try the Spoils of the Vault play for the Angel's Grace, knowing that we're unlikely to spoil away what we need because we've got good stuffs in hand. What is this stupid thing? Pithing Needle. It doesn't matter because we can just win with Lab Man, or we can Echoing Truth the Pithing Needle. So we will not Pact of Negation. Well, hold on. Okay, so yeah, its mana abilities are okay. So if he Pithing Needles Lotus Bloom, then it does nothing. I've had opponents do that before. They Pithing Needle your Lotus Bloom, which is meaningless. So okay, that's not the end of the world either. Deal 4 to us, and that's okay too. So we've got our Bloom. Drew Gemstone Mine. Now if we go the spoils route, we need to do it now, because the more life he takes from us, the less far we can dig. So with 6 mana, I mean, we'll need 7 mana to do it. And then we also still need to deal with the Pithing Needle. So we really can't spoil anything else away. Yeah, let's just try it. Let's gamble. Ah, there it was. Literally right on the top. So 7. So we're okay now. Though we do have to win with the Maniac because we won't have the extra mana for spoils. I mean, for Echoing Truthing the Pithing Needle. All right, so here's how we do this. We make a blue, we make a red, and we cast a prism. We then make 2 more reds with the rest of our spirit guides. Did I screw this up? We gotta have 1 more spirit guide or this doesn't work. Ah, there he is. Okay. And then make a blue and play that guy. Draw a card with that guy. He's gonna bolt, we'll pact. He did not bolt. So we'll win. All right, got there. All important match. All important match. Do we break even or do we win some prizes? I feel like we've put in a lot of work for just breaking even, so let's try and win some prizes here. Yeah. And then we 2-0'd that one, didn't we? We took out 1 pact and 2 pentad. We brought in an echoing truth, slaughter pact. Or do we only take out 1 and 1? Do we take out 1 pact and 1 pentad and bring in? I don't remember. It was close to that. That's what we'll call it anyways. And then we also 2-1'd Mardu burn. 1, and I don't remember how we sideboarded, but it's burned, so that's fine. So we'll add 2 to the win column and try and hit this last match. Aha, right, our first spammer. Stream boosters to have tons of viewers, eh? I need stream boosters. Thanks for the tip, Mr. Crafter. Just between us. Oh, he must have whispered it to me. It's yeah, it was a whisper, so I'm just gonna ban him anyhow. He was just oh, here we go, offering me stream boosting services. All right. Not the best hand, not the worst hand, but we will try this. So our opponent is kept his, and let's see if we can get there. Stomping Grounds tapped. Well, we'll scry. And we'll take that. What plays Stomping Grounds tapped? Is this another Titan Shift list? Yes. Well, let's hope we are as fortunate against it as we were last round. This could still be Scapeshift. Now I'm thinking it's Titan Shift now. With no blue mana. He might be faster than our previous opponent. Double spoils. I mean, we need the Serum Visions. We don't really need the monkey. We have this Pact of Negation that, I mean, we could technically use and then try and spoils for an Angel's Grace. That seems like a horrible line. So he's going to be pretty fast here. All the land cards, huh? Now if we hit desperation, we can now play and pay for a pact, which if he like has one through the breach and that's his whole plan, but then he's probably one land off from just hard casting it. So I think we're getting, there's the Valakut. Are we getting through the breach? Because even if we packed it, then he's just going to cast it next turn, which is still bad. Summoner's Pact. So we'll let that happen. So how does this work? He's going to get another, so he gets 2 more Valakuts and then 2 mountains. He kills us, so we just have to pack this. Doink. Which is unfortunate though, because he's just going to cast the Titan next turn, so this does not get us there by any means. So if you 4-1 a league, you get 120 play points in a pack. If you 5-0 a league, I think you get 160 play points in 2 packs. Is there any way we can win here? If we pay for the pact, we use all of our mana, and then I think he just kills us with the Titan. Yeah, points are essentially entry into leagues or other matches. Packs you can sell instantly. They start off like when a set just releases, you can usually sell a pack for 4 tickets, and then like now I think packs of shadows are worth like 3.5 tickets. So the longer a set has been out, usually the less you can sell them for. All right, that's sad because we just lose then. Well, we don't just lose. We will spoils for another pact, but no, then we'd have to spoils for an Angel's. Oh no, he can't. He'll have to pay for his pact. Oh, so we're still alive. I forgot about that. But yeah, packs you can just sell right to the bots, so it's instant, easy. Did get a free turn. If we draw an Angel's Grace here, we still don't win because we're a mana short. I mean, we can Angel's Grace through the Titan. Oh, his Titan won't have haste. So we still might get there. It is not particularly easy to grind your way into prizes. The prize payout on Moto is pretty bad. So even if you're consistently good, like I have 3-2'd the majority of my leagues, but 3-2 is just a break even. So 4-1ing and 5-0ing a league is actually kind of difficult to do it consistently, especially with a budget deck. I really don't like their prize payout. It's my biggest gripe with Moto. So we can survive these triggers, and then we just have to try and do the spoils win next turn and hope we don't spoil away too many things. Or we could just draw ad nauseam. That'd be great. Ad nauseam? No. All right, so Angel's Grace. Spoils of the Vault. Ah, we exiled away nothing relevant, and we will get there. That worked out well. Once again, I feel like being on the play is huge in this matchup, so we'll get to be on the play again game 3 if it comes to that. Okay. Yeah, never. Yeah, it's just like paper. Constructing out of booster packs is terrible. Yeah, if you have booster packs, you just want to sell them for tickets and then buy the cards you need. It's just like paper magic. Buying booster packs is fun. Cracking them is fun. Sometimes you get lucky, but if you're trying to build a deck, you just want to build your deck, you know. So how did we board last time? We did a Slaughter Pact, an Echoing Truth. We went down a Pact. We went down a Prism, and we boarded in 2 ley lines. That's what we'll do. We'll do that again. It worked last time. Oh, wait, what did I do? I did not want to submit a 62 card deck. Yuck. That was an oops. Let's see how bad that wrecks us. Yeah, packs are, it's definitely fun. I mean, I love tearing open a booster box just as much as the rest of them. It just, you just have to remember it's usually not profitable. And occasionally it is, and it's super fun. I mean, I think if you're opening the right stuff, I actually made my LGS has several boxes of Khans of Tarkir that they're still selling for like $85. I might buy a handful of those and just put them away. I feel like those have to go up in value. All right, opponent. What did I do wrong here? I put in the 2 ley lines, the Slaughter Pact, and the Echoing Truth, and I think I just took out a Pact of Negation and a Pentad Prism. We also needed to take out other things. Well, that hand is terrible, and it will get mulliganed. That's the best we're going to do here on a mold of 6. He mold as well. He bottom. Just do we want another land? No, we don't. Do we? No, we don't. Oh, thank you, Lotus Bloom. That was very kind of you for showing up. No, I don't want that. All right, can we get set up for the turn 4 kill? And can he kill us before turn 4? I've gone off with spoils too many times tonight. I like the solid, I know I have my ad nauseam kill. And he does have some ramp. That's a card. That's going to actually help us. It buys us a lot of time, especially in combination with Angel's Grace. And he's not on the lightning fast hand either, so just charge that bad boy up. But we're going to unlife next turn. And so he'll get his search for tomorrow. I mean, he could potentially through the breach us here. Just depends if he, nope. Cursor, oh, Rex Sage. He thinks that does a lot more than it actually is going to do. So, I mean, that's bad, but we still have Angel's Grace. And we have just enough mana to go off, but it would be a dangerous, you know, if we spoil away stuff, we lose. If we just draw ad nauseam here, we're great. Well, if we sleight a hand, then we can't go off. But I think it's right. I don't want to go off this turn anyways. We'll take the Serum Visions. We'll play that. We got a second Angel's Grace, which is actually pretty good. So it just buys us even more time. We can put a storage counter on the Reef should he not do anything that requires us to Angel's Grace. I mean, if he threw the breaches in Emrakul here, then we're just toast, but another Reclamation Sage? Okay. Well, can't stop it. It's unfortunate, but we will. Why can't I put a counter on here? Remove action, remove it. No, we just want to add a, oh, because that's split second. Okay, so that resolves, then we can put our counter. So now we don't just win with an ad nauseam draw, but we feel okay. Unfortunately, we can keep ramping ourselves with this Dreadship Reef. Seacrum Coast. So we'll have the mana available to go off next turn. And let's see what our opponent's doing. Even if he manages to get his Titan out here, we will make it through the turn with Angel's Grace. Through the breach. All right, we can't stop this. Now, if this is Emrakul, GG. All right, it's not its prime time, so this is not the auto loss that our opponent thinks it is. so he's pointing 20 damage at us, but we'll just go to 1 instead. We'll charge the reef, and then we'll pass the turn. Well, I mean, we'll yield. All right, so we're dead next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so it's just enough. Spoils, you've been good to us all night. Can we have one more? Thank you, Spoils of the Vault. You are too kind. All right, we got there. Let's just run off our combo. Whew. Yeah, Spoils of the Vault it's a controversial card. Some people don't like a card that can just make you lose, but you do the math, it makes you win far more than it makes you lose. But I do understand where some people want to be in control of whether or not they win or lose and don't want to leave it up to variance. But $19 damage, opponent. Got there. Boom. So yeah, 120 play points, a pack. Oh, and you do get these Magic Online Championship Series things. Those used to like expire after a month, and doing leagues was never, you'd never really earn enough unless you played all the time, but now they don't expire. I think they last like the full year. So I will eventually get to do an Online Championship Series. I'll make sure to stream that when that time comes, but I think I still need quite a few more. But that's it. Thanks for joining, guys. It was a good match today. Appreciate all you guys who hung out and watched, and just join us next time. Probably not tomorrow because I have to work tomorrow night, but maybe Wednesday night, Thursday night, probably should be on here. Thanks, guys. Thanks for everybody who followed the channel, and we'll see you next time.